Hello, I'm Shravanti. Welcome back. I'm working as an assistant professor in CSE department from Kokaraju Rangaraju Institute of Engineering and Technology. In this video, we'll learn about creating and executing C programs. So first, how does a C program execute to produce the output? It is very much important to learn how to create and edit files so that we can generate new programs. So what are all the steps involved for creating and running C programs? In total, it involves 4 steps. They are writing and editing the program, compiling the program, linking the program with the required library modules, and executing the program. So first step is creating the program. So generally we write the program we can write a program in any text editor like Notepad. After writing the program, we have to save the program with an .c extension. So this program is known as a source program and it is written in high level language. And the software used to write this program is known as a text editor. After the program is compiled, that particular program is saved into a file in the disk of the system. So this file is known as a source file and it will be an input to the compiler. So here it is the first step. So the programmer write the program in this text editor. Also it will be like a notepad, and the code that is written by the programmer is known as an source code. Second step involves compiling the program. So after writing and saving the source program, the next step will be compilation. Here we'll use a software called as an compiler. This compiler converts the program that is written in high level language into the machine language, and the resultant file is known as an object file. The extension of that file is .obj. The code in a source file on the disk must be translated into the machine language. The C compiler actually does two separate programs. One is the preprocessor and second one is the translator. This preprocessor scans special instructions. Those are known as preprocessor commands, and these commands tell the processor to take for special code libraries and make necessary substitutions in the code, and the result of this preprocessing is known as an translation unit. And the file that is created in this after compilation is known as an .obj file, and an object module is the code in this machine language. This module is now still not ready for execution because it does not have the required C and other functions included. So this is how a compiling a C program is done. So the compiler is a software that compiles a program, and that program from high level language code is now converted into machine level language, and that file extension will be .obj file called as an object file. Then the next step is linking the programs. So a C program is divided. A C program consists and a C program is made up of many functions. It is a combination of predefined functions and user defined functions. So a C program, for example, consists predefined functions known as printf, cos functions, printf functions, scanf functions, and any other predefined functions. So these predefined functions are used in the C program, but their code exists elsewhere in the system, and that code must be attached to a program. Here a software plays a key role called as linker. It is used to link up all these code whichever is present in the C library called as external libraries. That code is now linked to our program, and an extension of this executable file will be an .exe file. So the linker links the program with external library files which contains the code for predefined functions and creates an executable file, and that file is known as an .exe file, and the linker assembles all these functions, ours and the system into a final executable file. So this is how just in the previous PPT have observed that .obj file is created called as an object code. That object code is now linked and an executable code is now produced. So the last step will be the executing program. So after linking, the next step is then execution. At the time of execution, the code is present inside the memory. So a special software known as loader is used. It locates the executable program and reads it into memory. In a typical program execution, the program reads data for pre-processing either from user or from file. After the program processes the data, it prepares the output. Data output can be to user's monitor or to a file. So this is how executable programs runs, and it loads from the memory. So here a runner is used to get the proper results, are also known as output. So this is how these all are the steps involved in creating, writing and compiling and executing the programs. So next we'll learn about errors in programming, syntax and logical errors. So actually, what is an error? If a program is not running properly, it is unable to run or halted its execution, so it gives an abnormal output. This error, it is an illegal operation performed by the user which results in abnormal working of the program. So errors in programming errors often remain undetected until the program is compiled or executed. This error should be removed before compiling and executing the program. So we have few types of errors. They are syntax errors, logical errors, runtime errors, linker errors and semantic errors. So we'll learn all this one by one. So what is meant by syntax errors? So every program has to follow, all the C programs has to follow a proper syntax. If the particular syntax is missed, then that particular program will raise an syntax error. So for example, most frequent syntax errors are missing parentheses, printing the value of variable without declaring it, and so on. So a simple example is shown here. Declare two variables, and here in C language every statement should end with an semicolon. It is one of the syntax rule. But if you observe here, this printf statement, it is not ended with an semicolon. A semicolon is missed, so we get an error called as an expected semicolon. It is one of known as an syntax error. And one more example here, a while loop. Here this while loop is not properly used, so that's what we are getting an error. This program is not properly following the syntax rules, so that's what it is saying expected expression before dot in that while. Runtime errors. So error which occurs during program execution, that is at runtime after successful compilation, are called as runtime errors. One of the most common runtime error is division by zero. It is also known as a division error. These types of errors are hard to find as a compiler doesn't point to the line at which the error occurs. So for more understanding, we'll go with an example. So now n 9 is a number dividing with a 0. So this program abnormally terminates, so and enters into a wrong logic. So linker errors. These errors occurs when after compilation we link the different object files with the mains object using Ctrl plus F9 key. These are the errors generated when the executable of the program cannot be generated. So a simple linker error is writing main in capital letters using capital M instead using small m main. So it is a common linker error which is unable to link up its modules. So next one, logical errors. So this type of errors which provide incorrect output but appears to be error free are called as a logical errors. These are one of the most common errors done by the beginner of the program. So these logical errors, these are made when there is a mistake in the program logic. So these errors are to be caught by the programmer. So here generally a for loop should not end with an semicolon, so it is not an syntax errors. Okay, it is not an syntax error even though after giving here semicolon, now it leads to a logical error, giving an error like a semicolon after the for loop. The last one is about semantic errors. So this error occurs when the statement written in the program are not meaningful to the compiler. For example, if we observe this expression, generally it has to be written like C equal to A plus B. Instead of writing C equal to A plus B, it is written like A plus B equal to C. So the left side should be a variable and the right sides can be a value or it can be an expression. So here an error is raised, like L value required means left side value required as left operand of assignment operator. So this is all about your creating and executing programs and about errors. Thank you for watching this video.